the penultimate stage, but for some, Lima felt a long way away. Yesterday we suffered a steering problem, and it occurred again this morning when we were about to set off. They're trying to look at the system, but they don't know exactly what it is. After a long hold-up, Sainz was able to start, but for Toyota's Bernhard ten Brinker, this was the end of the road. Could Sebastian Loeb make it 5 stage wins on this year's Dakar? We need to get out in front from the start. Peter Hansel's in another group and he'll want to attack. Nani Roma the same. We'll try to get out there and attack the stage. A mass start for the cars. Loeb in the first group of 4 to go, alongside Nasser Al-Attiyah, Janil de Villiers and Jakub Brzezinski. Loeb was the slowest off the line of the quartet. The 4s went off at 5-minute intervals. In the second group, Stefan Peter Hansel, Nani Roma and Yassid Al-Raji. The Saudi got stuck in the sand even before the start line. Martin Prokop's solid Dakar continued as he came in 6th on the stage. Roma was chasing Peter Hansel, but not for long. 26 kilometers in, Peter Hansel's car at a standstill. The Dakar over for the legend. David Costera, his co-driver for the first time, suffering an injured back and having to be taken to hospital in the capital, Lima. An emotional Peter Hansel, devastated and concerned about Costera's welfare. It was a bit of a violent jump in the dunes. I think that above all, David had his nose in the roadbook, and that's often the case. He didn't have time to contract his body, and the impact was violent. Sebastian Loeb again proved himself the fastest driver on the piste. At the final waypoint, the PH Sport driver boasted an advantage of almost 10 minutes over Al-Attiyah and was about to move past Roma and go second overall. The Frenchman, though, has had a luckless rally. Because of a broken transmission and problems doing the repairs, he lost 1 hour and 15 minutes to Al-Attiyah come the end of another chastening stage. We've been the fastest in all the specials and we never managed to get to the end of them. I'm not going to say never is never, but there you go. I've had enough. Cyril Deprez was on course for his first stage win until the mini-man flipped his car on a dune late in the stage. Nani Roma took second on the stage, just under 5 minutes back from Al-Attiyah. The 2014 champion will finish second overall, barring last day drama, and was quick to pay tribute to co-driver Alex Haro Bravo. Today was Alex's day. He did the entire stage with 2 broken ribs. It's incredible to see the strength he has and how much he has suffered. With Loeb's woes, a 3rd stage win of Dakar 2019 fell Al-Attiyah's way. The Qatari now 51 minutes and 27 seconds clear of Roma. Toyota set for that historic first victory in Lima tomorrow. Al-Attiyah running a near flawless Dakar.
Everything going very well, you know, and tomorrow just we need to bring everything in Lima, you know, and yeah, I'm quite happy.
De Villiers took 3rd on the day with Brzezinski 4th, Loeb down in 18th. Attia now just a stage away from his third Dakar title. Loeb retained third but is now an hour and 11 minutes behind Roma.
Also a spectacular start for the side-by-sides today as the Dakar winds towards its conclusion. This is the third year that S has been a separate class and it's been some battle. American Casey Curry's done a fine job on his debut. He was around half an hour off the pace today and he's set to finish fourth overall. Former biker Gerard Fares faring even better, second on the stage and moving up to second overall. Rodrigo Moreno had been running second at the start of the day behind fellow Chilean Chaleco Lopez, but he lost over 2 hours in the dunes, his hopes of a podium finish fading. A fine outing today from the defending champion Reinaldo Varela, the Brazilian winning the stage by over 3 minutes from his teammate Fares, but he's set to lose his Dakar crown. As long as he can avoid any mishaps, Chaleco Lopez will conquer his first Dakar title tomorrow. The Chilean 11.5 minutes off the pace on the day, but he leads Fares by almost an hour ahead of the final day.
He was enjoying a fine return to the Dakar, driving a Geely buggy, but Philippe Gache had to call it quits on the penultimate day of the rally. The Frenchman and his co-driver Stéphane Prévost, both injured after jumping over a dune. With 2 days to go, they were 16th of the overall standings. Nasser Al Attiyah isn't the only Qatari present on this year's Dakar. In the UTV Open class, Ahmed Al Kuwari is living his first South American rally. 18 years younger than his prestigious compatriot, he isn't quite as fast yet with his Italian co-driver Angelo Montico, and in a Yamaha he is 53rd overall. Years go by and Toyota carry on dominating the T2 class. Winner of the production class 2 years ago, Christian Lavie, is currently leading the way with just a day to go. A nice way to head back after retiring from the previous edition of the Dakar.
On stage 8, Dmitry Sotnikov claimed the stage honours and with it the overall lead. Home almost an hour clear of Kamaz teammate Eduard Nikolaev, Sotnikov boasted a lead of more than 26 minutes over his fellow Russian with 2 stages to complete. The trucks went off 2 by 2 on stage 9, Sotnikov departing along with Ton van Renutken, who had been second on stage 8. Sotnikov soon left the stage 5 winner trailing, but it would be touch and go as to whether he'd keep his overall lead. Nikolaev started the stage 4 minutes later than Federico Viagra, though the double defending champion flew past the Argentinian. Attempting to claw back the time lost to Sotnikov on the previous stage, Nikolaev drove like a man possessed. A third stage win for the Russian, his first since stage 2. The margin 27 minutes and 43 seconds over Sotnikov, Nikolaev into a 54-second lead. Gerard Deroy is destined to finish third overall on his return to the Dakar after missing last year's edition. That is, unless something bad happens either to the Dutchman or to the 2 Kamaz in front of him. Siahaj Vyazovic is finishing the Dakar in the sort of form that saw him bag a runners-up finish to Nikolaev overall in 2018. A third successive top 3 stage finish for the Belarusian. The Maz driver second on the day, 14 minutes and 3 seconds adrift of Nikolaev. Deroy overcame suffering a puncture in order to score a solid stage 9 finish.
It doesn't seem that difficult, but we can't see anything.
We call to know if we have to continue.
Actually, it's too dangerous.
Yes.
Helicopters cannot fly.
We're in trouble because I fell in a hole.
Donc c'est chaud.
Not a nice moment.
The final stage may be short with a mere 112 kilometers of special, but it does contain its pitfalls. The competitors are not in Lima yet. Tomorrow the prizes will be handed out to the champions. For many, the reward will be just to reach the finish. Their endurance and ability having been pushed to the very limit. A feast to remember, and tomorrow will bring you the dessert in the desert.